What's up, guys? This is Chris Albert from Warrior Soul Fitness. I got a question from a gentleman who says that he's still having problems getting chest development. He followed some of my suggestions for pre-exhausting the shoulders, and he's still not getting the stimulation he wants because he feels like he is not able to go heavy enough on exercises like the bench press after he pre-exhausts his shoulders. First things first, I want to say this. That's not a very good answer. If your aim is for chest development, you really shouldn't be concerned with how much weight you're pushing on the bench press. It's great to strive for a strong bench press because of its benefits for your hormones and its benefits for your total body strength. But the bench press is not a very good overall chest developing exercise. It is great for developing the overall upper body, but as far as stimulating all the muscle fibers in the pecs, you're always going to get a lot more shoulder and tricep stimulation if you're doing the bench press properly. Now, let's say for an instance that he wasn't feeling like this and that he was doing everything correctly and that his focus wasn't on the bench press after doing tons of pre-exhaustion exercises for his shoulders, and he still wasn't getting any chest stimulation. Well, what are other problems we could consider? Well, one of the biggest issues I see has to do with posture, all right? And this is something I was guilty of when I first got into the iron game. When I first got into bodybuilding, I wanted to look as big as possible. So I started walking around like this, right? Keep my shoulders out, keeping them forward like this, trying to look as wide and as big as possible, try to look like Jay Cutler. But what that does is it puts us in a position of flexion where we're constantly like this. Plus, when we're sitting down and doing work or anything like that, we're always like this. Not really getting any good, what we call thoracic extension, really developing poor postural habits. The fact of the matter is, a lot of you, when you bench press, you tend to do this as well. You push forward and roll yourself, all right? Push forward and roll yourself. And what you're doing there is really doing nothing but activating your shoulders. What you need to do is this. When you're walking around, one, you really need to pull your shoulders back, right? Stick your chest out a little bit. Keep these shoulders back like this. And that is going to do so much for your posture, do so much for your shoulder health, because when you do this, you're stretching your shoulders all the time, really not doing anything for yourself at all. Pull them back and walk around like a man, all right? Two, when you're actually doing a chest pressing exercise, you want to kind of do the same thing. You want to keep your shoulder blades nice and pinched back, and when you're pressing, activate those shoulders. Activate those shoulders, right? And then you're doing that, you keep the shoulder blades pushed back, you're going to activate your pecs, right? Because you're taking a lot of this movement out of the equation. So keep these back, push, right? You'll be able to flex the pecs a lot more. You'll be able to get a lot more stimulation in that area. And you're going to do a lot more for your posture and how you look, right? If you're walking around like this, you're never going to really look like you have a big chest anyways. But if you walk around like this, your chest comes out a little bit more. I know I'm a little guy. I'm doing a lot of endurance training. I don't really care. But either way, keep your chest out and everything will be much better for you. Whether you're walking around, whether you're doing chest exercises, whether you're doing anything. You guys got any more questions for me? You hit me up at gettingshredded@gmail.com. Peace.